distinguished guests.
Good evening.
Can I ask you all to close your eyes for a few minutes? Thank you. Now everybody imagine that you have gone back 30 years in time. You are at your neighborhood grocery shop. You have a shopping list in your hand. You hand it over to the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper, Mr. Reddy, reads out aloud to the shop attendant, Raju, 1 tin of dalda, 2 bars of rinse soap, 1 kilo of groundnuts, quarter kilo jeera or cumin seeds. Raju quickly jumps over, gives the 2 bars of rinse, 1 tin of dalda. He takes a newspaper, makes it into a cone, takes the groundnuts and starts pouring into the cone. Covers the cone, this thread dangling from the floor, from the roof in fact. He pulls the thread from the spool, starts tying around the cone. He does the same with cumin seeds. He hands over all these to you. You pay up and you leave. You can open your eyes now. Was this a journey back in memory lane wherein you used to visit your neighborhood grocery shop? Yes?
Yes.
Things were much different in the United States some decades back. There was a gentleman called Saunders. Saunders hit upon an invention. The magic of believing led Saunders to a patent, which was titled the self-service store. The name speaks all. Self-service store. Saunders' self-service store was, you come to the entrance of the store, you pick up your basket or your cart, start pushing the cart in the aisles, you take your foodstuffs, dump it in the cart. The aisles were unidirectional. You could go in only one way. And finally you would hit the checkout counter where you would pay and leave. Unfortunately, the shoppers in Saunders' self-service store would resemble rats in a maze. Things haven't changed. Things have changed since then. But what has not changed in today's supermarkets is the self-service format. Today's supermarkets, outside of an intensive care unit of a hospital, there are few environments which are so regulated, so controlled, like the supermarket. The supermarket plays music to stimulate buying. Some gurus say slower the music, more the impulsive buying. They play with colors. For women's sections, they have purples and blues. Sorry, purples and pinks. And for men's section, they have blues and greys. They tinker with the lighting for effect. They also add perfume to air conditioners so that the smell of the air is fragrant and fresh. With this kind of a setup, you Toastmasters and I drive the car into the car park, walk in, leave our kids at the child care of the mall or the supermarket, pick up our favorite latte from the coffee shop, and go into the supermarket and start shopping till late in the evening. Once we are done, we get back to our car park, drive into the gas station of the mall or the supermarket, fill our tanks and push the pedal and go home. What happens after this? The real action in the supermarket happens then. Once the gates of the supermarket are closed, the doors are shut, the staff get active. The staff start stacking the fresh produce like bread, milk and other regular staples to the most inconvenient part of the store. The reason being, you have to walk the inconvenient store through the aisles. As you walk through the aisles, you eyeball all the stuff which is on the shelves. And here, the monster called Mr. Impulse gets alive and starts kicking. You would have come to just pick the milk or bread or your favorite grocery item. Along the way, you see Maggi noodles, you see Dabur honey, you pick pick them up and put in your cart. Finally, you go to the inconvenient part and take what you want. Next, the staff also put the loss leaders in the most convenient part of the store. Loss leaders are those items on which they actually want to make some loss so that the shoppers want to walk in. For example, in Indian context, they would say, onions are 10 rupees a kilo when the market says 15 rupees a kilo. You watch the poster and walk inside the supermarket. When you walk, you won't buy just the onions. Because again, Mr. Monster, Mr. Impulse kicks in and you buy something else. The loss on onions is offset by the margin on the other items. Then the staff also keep certain goods at eye level. These are the goods which they have tie-up. If they have tie-up with Dabur honey, they will keep Dabur honey at your eye level. If they have tie-up with Quaker oats, again at eye level. The other things would be at base level or at feet level. Once all this is done, they finally come to the till or the checkout counter where things, high impulsive things like condoms, chocolates, soft chews are kept at the checkout counter. So that invariably you pick up those because they are high impulsive items. Now Toastmasters, now that you've heard the exegesis and the genesis of supermarkets, are you ready to walk into the supermarkets again?
Yes.
Think about it. Thank you.